The European economy is not doing great. The energy cost is much higher now. The labor cost is too high. But also, they used to have a China operation that can, fund the lower margins on these European market. But now the China's margin is below. If the Chinese margin falls below the European one, that's a huge problem for them.
That's what we have been talking about. It's going to happen to a lot of the Western tech companies, right? Because a lot of the margins were based on their sales to China, and now the U.S. sanction is cutting off that great source of revenue for them. So they have to rely on the not so great domestic market and a much smaller restricted market in North America and Europe. So
Yeah, did you see what happened today? Nvidia is under investigation in China for anti-competitive practices. So just think about it. If the Chinese, if the Chinese AI chips are that far behind, would they be investigating Nvidia?
wow, I did not see that coming because I'm more used to United States putting pressure on Nvidia not selling to China, not China is telling is putting pressure on Nvidia. That's something. That's something. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, when you were saying about the Western companies like losing share in China, you can see that with Apple. Normally Q4 they sell the most in China because the new iPhone came out, and they did sell well for maybe 3 weeks, and now Xiaomi took over and Huawei took over. So now they're number three in China now, or number three for Q4. So Tesla, they did really well when they came in, and now they their numbers haven't changed, so that means the EV market share has gone down significantly.
You care to look into your crystal ball and speculate what's going to happen when the Trump administration take power in January?
That is such a mystery, right? You think that like Trump, the impression I'm getting from Trump is he wants some kind of deal,
Yeah.
and I think there will be higher tariffs, and I yeah, I'm curious to see what that deal looks like because despite all the tough words out of America, um, everyone knows that our Treasury Secretary is probably the most important position because he needs to go around the world to ask people to buy the U.S. government bonds, right?
That people keep on asking why is Janet Yellen keep on going to China. Oh, isn't it obvious? They need China to continue to finance the U.S. debt. All the U.S. action is telling the Chinese government, you can't actually use the dollar you earn to buy stuff you want to buy, like American technological products. Only thing we want you to buy is more U.S. treasuries. This is why China is saying, screw that. We're gonna invest it in Belt and Road. We're gonna take all these dollars from our trade surplus and invest it in the Belt and Road projects all across the globe. Um, okay. Oh,
But I do
go ahead.
think there will be fewer. I do think there will be fewer trade between China and America going forward. I think that's kind of inevitable, and that's why it's good that they're spending so much time and effort on building up other markets around the world.
Yeah, I think unfortunately, I think that's baked in. Oh, is there anything else that you would like to cover in the rest of the time that we have?
Uh, I think that's pretty much it. But I think people really should watch out for the fact that the gallium and diamond and germanium and antimony ban has on the U.S. military industrial complex. Because right now there's still some stocks for they stocked up. All these guys probably have some stocks, but when they really cut it off from the U.S. producers of this, um, it will be interesting to see what happens to some of the companies like Cuervo and Qualcomm that um, relies on they need the gallium somehow for their RF applications, but definitely for the U.S. military contractors who still relies on the Chinese supply chain from maybe like one or two orders away to use for their F-35s, their big destroyers. So it'll be interesting for me to see just if that will cause production to slow down in some of these areas.
Um, okay, so last time I had you on the show, you mentioned that there's going to be a big surprise coming in 2 months, maybe a couple months. Is that still going to your prediction? Is there going to be something big that's a big reveal in January?
Yes, I think it will be happen, and I want to keep this under the lid for now because
Sure.
I think if it happens, it will surprise a lot of people. So,
Okay, well, I will definitely have you back even before then. So, like I want to keep this tech war update series going because everybody love it. They love it when you're on the show. Well, thank you very much, TP, for coming to the show again. If people want to find you and follow you, where on social media, where can they go?
um, I have a Twitter account TP Huang, and I also have a Substack account TP. I think it's also it's TP Huang. Yeah,
All right, there you have it.
I write longer form stuff on Substack.
All right, there you have it, folks. Go follow TP Huang on Twitter. His handle is just TP Huang, and follow and go subscribe to his Substack to read what he has to say. I mean, he's a genuine expert in Chinese EV and tech development, and we're gonna have him back on the show again soon. Thanks everyone for listening. Until next time, bye bye.